Welcome to Spirits and Supernatural. I'm Dawn.
I'm Jenny.
And we are for real moving on from the Winchesters this time.
For real.
But we're only moving a little bit because
Yes.
we're going to Bobby. We're
Yes.
going to talk about everybody's favorite old man grumpy hunter.
Yes. And Bobby, let's face it, he was more family than Adam was. Sorry, Adam, but it's true. Bobby just was.
Adam?
Well, that's who we talked about last time. Did you forget?
Okay, no, I'm confused. He was more family. I was thinking he was more a father than John was. That's where my brain went.
Yeah, that's still family. Fathers are family too.
I was in my own brain and not listening to you.
Well, that's all right. I'm used to that.
Bobby Singer. Apparently more family than Adam.
And more of a father than John.
Yeah, there we go. Got him straight this time.
Okay,
Great.
good.
Love it.
I loved Bobby. He's in my top 3.
Really?
I think so. Dean Crowley Bobby. For sure.
Wow.
What about you? Where's he land, do you think?
Definitely, probably top 5, I
All
would
right.
say. I don't
That's
know.
good.
I don't know that I can list it. See, whenever I do top whatever, there's never a number 1.
Oh.
I could never do that.
Sam's not your number 1?
I don't know. Well, he's up there, but I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, so I always see this debate where people are like, who's the main character? Is it Sam or Dean? And I'm like, oh, absolutely not. It's both of them.
Oh, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about who I like better.
Well, first place is probably Sam and Dean put together, and Sam might be a little bit higher.
Okay.
Somehow higher in first place, but still in first place.
Well, he is taller.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly.
So in
he's
height,
about 3
in
inches.
height order, who do you like best?
Exactly. No, Bobby's definitely my top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's basically nothing that he's done that makes me question him.
Oh, no, not at all.
Can't even think.
I mean, he was kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
But I loved it.
For good reason. I feel like.
Oh, yeah. He was a functional alcoholic
he was
also.
grumpy, but he wasn't mean.
No, he wasn't.
That's the
No,
best way
he
I
was
can think of it.
snarky.
Yes.
And sarcastic, and I loved it. He had some great lines.
And he definitely said things that were hard to hear, but
Yeah.
needed to be said. But he never said, he was never like I'm just a blunt person who says mean stuff.
Right.
He was never that way.
One of my favorite episodes, hands down, was Weekend at Bobby's. I loved that episode. Jensen, that was his first director job, and I thought he knocked it out of the park also. But I love that we had a Bobby-centric episode.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was so good. He's downstairs. He's like torturing that Leviathan, trying to figure out what can kill it or at least harm it. Jody shows up at the door with a police, she's a police officer. I can't remember who the guy was. I can't remember. Some federal guy. And he's like, I got a dead body in the yard too. There's one in the basement, one in the yard. Oh no, he wasn't. He was not torturing the Leviathan. He was torturing a demon to find out about Crowley because he needed to get out of his demon deal with Crowley. That's what Weekend at Bobby's was. It was a woman demon, and he was torturing her to find out Crowley's real name so that they could find Crowley's bones. I got there. Took me a long way around the ballpark, but I got there. Yeah.
All right. So I think the drink that we're going with for Bobby is going to seem unconventional.
It is.
Until you remember one of his iconic lines. So we're doing margaritas.
Margaritas. Yes. And when I brought that up to you, you're like, what? Why would we do a margarita for Bobby?
Which is probably what I imagine some of our listeners. I feel like there's going to be half a camp that was like me going, margaritas?
Yeah.
And then the other half going, I know exactly.
Right. Because he says, I can't remember who he says it to right now. I'm going to shoot you so full of rock salt, you're going to be crapping out margaritas. And that's why we're doing a margarita. And then to top it off, I have my flask here that's got something in it. I don't even know what it is. I don't.
Surprise shot.
It's been in there a long time. It might be rubbing alcohol by now. Because he always drank out of a flask and he always just drank shots. Basically, if you're going to do a Bobby cocktail, it's just going to be
a shot.
rock gut bottom shelf whiskey. It's not even going to be the good stuff. It's good.
I know, because I can think of several episodes when they're at Bobby's house and there's just empty liquor bottles on like
Hunter's
the
helper is
whatever.
what they call it.
Yeah.
So that's so we're going to go ahead and drink a margarita, and I chose to do strawberry margarita mix, Jose Cuervo strawberry margarita mix, and it says right on the bottle, 0% juice. So there's no strawberries died in the making of this margarita mix.
No strawberries were harmed.
Yeah. And then I just got some Jose Cuervo made with blue agave.
So there was definitely some agave harmed in the making of this.
Yeah, the blue.
The blue ones.
That's why it's sad. It was harmed. It's blue.
That's exactly it. So we've already salted the rim of our glasses. We decided that would cut some of the sweetness from this margarita mix.
Plus, we just talked about rock salt, so you got to have a salted rim.
So obviously.
Although normally if I go to mostly I drink margaritas at like a Mexican restaurant, local, and I almost always ask for a sugar rim.
Me too. Whenever they ask, they're like, do you want it frozen? Absolutely.
Yeah. But we're going with it. Going with 1.5 ounces of tequila. Mm-hmm. So do you know the tequila song?
Yeah. It always makes me think of Ninja Turtles.
It makes me think of Pee Wee Herman.
Generational differences
yes.
right there.
Probably.
The original Ninja Turtles movie. There's a scene with that in there.
Well, in Pee Wee's Big Top or Pee Wee's, I think it was a movie Pee Wee Herman did, and he danced to the tequila song. And it was the
beautiful.
80s. It was.
Well, the original Ninja Turtles movie was from like the late 80s.
Yeah.
So maybe that song was just a thing in the 80s, and
Must
everybody
have been.
was like,
everybody
we
was
dance
just drinking tequila, man, in the 80s.
Wow, this smells like
Sugar.
Kool-Aid, sugar, water.
That's enough.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It said 4.5 ounces. This is only 4.
Well, that's enough. That's just a lot of sugar.
It is a lot of sugar. The second ingredient in this is high fructose corn syrup. So
Right. It's just sugar, water.
We never said there was anything healthy about this
No,
show.
there nothing healthy.
About this podcast or Supernatural.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
We got alcoholics, we got murder, we got monsters.
Yeah.
There's nothing healthy about anything happening here.
No, I guess not. This is going to be yummy, though, because I like margaritas. And like I said, and I did strawberry because I prefer strawberry margarita over lime, personally. I know you probably like lime better.
I love citrus, which it doesn't love me back.
Oh, that's sad for you.
That's okay. I'm a little sad. I don't have any non-alcoholic tequila to put into this.
Oh.
So I just have margarita mix.
That's a lot of Kool-Aid for you.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yes. All right. Let's take a drink. See if we like our margarita. Have you ever had one rimmed with salt before?
I don't think I have, actually.
All right. See what you think. It should help cut down the sweetness for you.
That's what I figured. This smells like a Jolly Rancher.
Oh, it's good. I kind of like the salt. I've never had a salted one either. I like it. I think I'd like it better frozen. We didn't freeze it.
No.
I would like it better frozen.
I got a lot of salt on that first sip, so it was like all strawberry and then just salt.
Oh. Well, it wasn't real strawberry, so...
Strawberry flavor.
Yeah. No fruit. 0%.
That is really just like a liquefied piece of candy.
Yeah, you need the alcohol in there, for sure.
Yeah.
So with Bobby, do you have like a favorite moment? Anything that springs to mind?
I have one of Bobby's lines tattooed on my person.
Well, is it...
The rock salt line.
Is it the rock salt, or is it... Do I look like a digital prom date to you? Is it that one?
No. It's the classic. It's family don't end with blood that I got.
That's the best one.
That was my first tattoo. It's got a moose outline on it. And inside the moose is the letters AKF, which is always keep fighting. When we went to get tattoos, Jen and I, just to bring Jen back into everything.
Yeah, she should just be here. She should live closer.
So we got these tattoos together. So she has a squirrel and I have the moose. And the person who was designing the tattoo, I sent them like a graphic that I kind of threw together in like a clip art thing to be like, kind of like this. And he had corrected the grammar to say family doesn't end with blood. And I looked at this guy and I was like, I realize that grammar is not correct, but that is the quote and that is what I want. Mm-hmm. And so he changed it. And so I have incorrect grammar tattooed on my person, which as somebody who works in a library feels a little harsh, but the emotions of it, the sentimentality connected to it is really the point. Mm-hmm. And I think that line from Bobby is really what encompasses like one of the underlying themes of the show. It's always about family, and the fandom is called the family. Just that reminder that their found family was it any of it people they're actually related to? No.
Well, Dean and Sam are related to each other.
Obviously. But like the surrogate father that they get from Bobby, or like the sister they get from Charlie, or like the list goes on, obviously, but that's probably my favorite quote from Bobby.
I agree. So what did you think about in the later episode when Dean is talking to Crowley at the bar and he's like, a wise old man told me family don't end in blood. Got rid of the with and said in. Did that bother you?
It
didn't?
No. I think that it's the same idea.
For sure.
I don't think the exact verbiage matters. It's the same idea. And like that's the point. And I think because Sam and Dean respect Bobby so much, that's something they carry with them.
Oh, yeah.
There's one of my favorite scenes is Dean talking to Jack. And Jack is just feeling like he can't do anything right and everything that's gone wrong is his fault. And that he's just made like the worst mistakes. And Dean sits down with him. And I think it's important that it's Dean in this scene sits down with him and tells him, you know, like, you might have messed up. We've all made some really big mistakes. But the important part is that we're gonna get through this together. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make myself choke up. But it's like, that is one of my favorite things. And I think that feeling, that, I don't know, core tenet that Dean has is something that they've learned from Bobby.
Yeah. I think to a degree they learned it from John in just the aspect of what, and we've talked about John a lot, but with John putting, and it was unfair to put all that pressure on Dean about taking care of a brother. Family's so important. Mm-hmm. So I think that comes from him too, but definitely
like understanding what family means.
Right.
Because initially, like with John, family is like, it's him and his boys.
Yeah.
And avenging his wife and keeping them safe and always keeping, these people safe. And hunters are known for not working together and like being like, they'll share information, but they're not going to actually go hunt together.
Right.
And so,
because it usually doesn't end well.
Right. It doesn't. I think that has to do with like the stubbornness of their personalities, and everybody kind of has their own style and everything too. And, having connections can be like a fault, but Bobby kind of teaches them that having those connections and actually caring about people is not a negative quality to have.
Right. Yeah. I'm so grateful that we got Bobby Singer. And I love the fact that we got Jim Beaver in every season. Even after they lost Bobby, Jim Beaver was still in every single season. He wasn't in like seasons, 9 through 15. He wasn't in very many episodes, sadly. I wish that we could have had him a lot longer and a lot more episodes. But I think it's really cool that Jim Beaver's other than the boys, Jim Beaver's the only one that was in every single season. I think that's really cool. And I get to meet him at Novi, Michigan also. Yay.
Yay.
I'm excited to meet him. So when you told me you had the tattoo, I thought maybe it was just going to say balls or idiots.
Yes, I got the word balls tattooed on. No, absolutely not. No, it was definitely the family.
Yes.
Line.
Which is sweet. Although, I think you should get a balls tattoo.
Right after you. Right after you get one.
If I drink much more of this margarita, I might. We might be willing to.
So here's a question. I had this thought. We know from the Christmas episode that Sam says Bobby gave him the amulet necklace.
Yeah.
and that, like, he was going to give it to John, but he gave it to Dean.
Yeah.
So we learn later on that this necklace is, like, a way that, like, they communicated with God or something.
So what we initially were led to believe, that it was more like a protection type of thing. And then what we find out what it really did was that it glowed in the presence of God.
Okay.
And that's why Castiel borrows it from Dean. So he flying around or whatever, and if it glowed, it meant it was in the presence. But God can turn, but Chuck could turn it off and on. So it really,
So my question is, do you think that Bobby had any inclination about what that necklace was when he gave it to Sam?
That it would glow in the presence? No, I don't think so at all. And I don't think the writers even knew that then.
Well, sure, but like, I don't know. I was just like speculating or whatever, imagining like, did Bobby think like, oh, this is probably some kind of magic thing, or maybe Bobby just thought it was a protection thing because he knows all this stuff.
Yeah.
That he knew it was a protection thing, and that's why he gave it to them?
Yeah. I guess so. And he gave it to Sam to give to John, which I found interesting.
Well, because John wouldn't have taken it from Bobby. If he'd have been like, John, you need some kind of protection, take this. John would have been like, nah, I'm good. I got this gun or whatever.
I wonder if at some point that maybe they thought at that time that it would be similar to the tattoo they had that prevented them from getting possessed.
Oh, that would have been like an anti-possession.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's not what it was used for, but maybe. But I love that. I do love that when Sam gives it to Dean and Dean's like, oh, I'll wear it forever until season 5.
Forever-ish.
Yeah. Till it chipped his tooth. And then he's like, I gotta be done.
I'm out. So another interesting thing about Bobby that I was thinking about is that we know that he did not grow up with a good father figure.
Oh, no.
His father was absolutely awful.
So abusive.
Like, arguably worse than John Winchester. Actually worse than John.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that Bobby, like, freely admits that's the reason he never had kids, because he was afraid that he would turn out the same way.
Yeah.
But he obviously didn't. Like, even though Sam and Dean weren't his biological children, they were his boys.
I know. I just watched the one episode. It was the one where he and Rufus were going to the house that had the creature that, like, would take the people, and they were all, like, behind the veil. And he said to Rufus, Rufus was like, what did you see when you were in the veil? He goes, I saw my boys. And Rufus is like, your boys? And he's like, yeah, because they're his boys. Yeah, absolutely. And in that episode you're talking about with his dad, he's like, what do you say? Became a surrogate father to 2 boys. Yeah.
That gives me goosebumps. I think it's so great because, especially in modern media, and at the time that this show was on, you didn't necessarily see men who were feeling emotions or expressing them in ways. And for him to freely be like, those are my boys. I love them. This is family. Even though, the experience I had. I just thought, like, what a great, obviously he was an alcoholic, so not like a super great role model. Yeah. But, like, what a great, like, healthy way to be, I guess.
Yeah, well, so he didn't become a hunter until his wife, Karen, got possessed by a demon, and he had to kill her. At the youngest, in his 20s, I'm thinking even older, 30s, before he even became a hunter. So he's in his 50s now, maybe 60s when he's, taking care of the boys and stuff. But his knowledge was vast. Yeah. He was really smart. And he knew the lore. Like the episode we talked about Mystery Spot. He, like, immediately knew that they were the victims of a trickster. He talked about all
that
these
wasn't
different...
Mystery Spot, but...
Oh, yeah. Tall Tales. Sorry, Tall Tales. He immediately knew that they... Well, I just had the wrong...
He knew they were idiots.
Richard Spate episode. Right. Yeah, he knew they were idiots or more. I think he might have called them morons. But...
He loved those boys and he called them names.
Yes. And they would go to him. To me, when Bobby died and they showed them... It was like the next episode was like week 1, week 2. week 3, week 4. They're just sitting in the cabin doing nothing. They're mourning.
Yeah.
When any other character in the show died, they kept doing the job.
They didn't even do that when their dad died.
Exactly. But when Bobby died, it was like 4 weeks just sitting in that cabin.
Yeah. Well, when they lost him, they lost so much. Because, like,
Yeah.
when they lost Sean, that's when they started to bond with Bobby more. Mm-hmm. But when they lost him, like, they lost that father figure. They lost that resource.
Right.
They lost
their safe place.
Yeah. Because there's even, like, what is it, like, Bobby's house got burned down?
Yeah.
Was it the
Leviathans?
Yeah. And they end up at the cabin. Yeah. Even then, they still had a safe place. Like, Bobby was that safe place.
Yeah.
And they lost that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when he lost, like, when his house burned down and he lost all of his books and everything, it was okay because he had copies stashed all over the place.
Right.
And they could still have access to everything.
Because he's not a dumbass.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was so smart and such a good hunter. I know people ask those questions all the time, you know, like, you're on a hunt, Dean, you know, if Dean and Sam aren't available, who do you want? I'm like, I would want Bobby for sure.
Because he's got the smarts.
Yeah.
And even though he's old, that doesn't mean he can't fight and that he's not going to go in there.
And he knows what you're up against. And he knows what it's going to take care of it.
Exactly, yeah.
I loved Bobby.
I know.
Now I'm sad.
Me too. I'm just thinking of another one of the quotes that he got that was so funny when they think that they're going against a dragon. Mm-hmm. And Dean's like, can you make some calls? And Bobby's like, to who? Hogwarts?
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. But then he did have somebody for them to call.
Yeah. And then he found something. Like, he always knew somebody. Mm-hmm. I always thought it was great how quick and clever he was with having, like, the FBI phone or the CIA phone or whatever so that they could call their boss.
Yeah.
And Bobby would pick it up and he could just go right into it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that, like, being able to talk like a person in authority like that came from Jim Beaver's military experience.
Oh, could be. So they also talked about the lady that played Karen Singer. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember the actress's name. I'm going to try and Google it real quick. He and she kind of had a thing for each other. They talk about this in the Rich and Rob's podcast.
Oh.
But it never worked out. Carrie Ann Fleming? Elizabeth Marlowe? I don't know. I'm not sure who it was now. Mm-hmm. But they kind of liked each other, I guess. But it never, like, I can't remember why it never quite worked out. But he told it was the most endearing thing that he told about that actress. And I think everybody should go and listen to Jim Beaver when he guested.
Jim Beaver, I think, is such an interesting person, too.
I don't know.
I think it's his daughter has a TikTok.
Okay.
And so she'll make videos sometimes. And sometimes the punchline to her video is turning around to Jim just, like, deadpan staring into the camera, which is so him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very Bobby.
Very. Did you know how Bobby got his name?
I assume it was from, it was from Bob Singer, who was producer / director, who ended up being like executive producer of the show.
Bob Singer did not want Bobby to be named after him.
No.
But somehow it got into the script and they were like, no, we're doing it.
Yeah, he's only going to be on for 1 or 2 episodes. It's okay. Right. It's not that, I'm fine, whatever.
Right.
Nope. He comes back every season.
Right.
Yeah, because when they do the French mistake Dean makes a comment about who names a character after themselves. You know, because
Robert Singer did not want Bobby to be named after him.
No,
and I'm sure he probably got a lot of flack for it over the years. And he's like, "Listen, no."
I feel like too when I have seen interviews with the real Bob Singer, the actual man Bob Singer, I feel like he's kind of
Bobby,
crotchety curmudgeon kind of guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's just like kind of gruff and a little. You're gonna get the job done. Stop messing around and do your work. And I feel like so maybe they not only took his name, they might have modeled Bobby Singer after him a little bit.
bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a trope or something, but I think it's interesting that Bobby's wife is this real kind of like simple country housewife kind of lady.
Yeah.
And he's, you know, this grumpy like guy who owns a salvage yard. That kind of dichotomy, that split of that is probably a trope out there.
Maybe. But the episode where when Bobby's like going through these different pivotal points in his life, and Karen is like, I don't understand, you'd be such a good father, and and he's like, I can't be a dad,
I can't risk it,
and then he's telling Rufus it was like 3 days after that big fight is when she got possessed, and that was so heartbreaking too. So he's like, I never got to make it right with her because she got possessed right after they'd had that big fight about having kids. And he's like, no, I can't do it. And then we learned about why, because his dad was so abusive. Yeah. And his dad wasn't just abusive in the way John Winchester was with neglectful. He was literally physically abusive to both Bobby and his mom. Bobby's mom. Yeah, he did not have an easy life.
No.
But I appreciate the fact that he put a stop to the cycle of abuse.
Yeah.
He was like, well, whether, his idea of putting a stop to it was, I won't have kids. Was that fair to his wife? Maybe, maybe not. But the fact that he still loved Dean and Sam and called them his boys and tried to raise them, because there's I think that same episode where he just takes Dean out to throw ball with him. And John was like, you're supposed to take him out shooting. And he's like, he's a kid.
Right.
We're going to let him be a kid.
So here's my question. Are you going to do a shot for Bobby?
Okay. I'm going to take a sip out of my flask, out of my Winchester Brothers Holy Water flask that I bought at a Comic-Con a year ago or so. All right, I'm going to see. I don't know what this, like I said, it probably has rum in it. I don't know. I can't even smell it. Maybe you just have water in it.
You just have water in it. It's holy water. She's taking a shot of holy water. That's what it says on here.
What if it burns?
Oh, no, that's not water.
Okay.
There's a little something in there.
All right, I'm just going to take a sip. All right, ready? Here we go.
That was not water.
No, that was alcohol. I don't even know I have this. Oh, I know I have it. Never mind. I used it, and I made a hot chocolate with Irish one time.
Okay.
Mixed with hot chocolate was quite delicious. By itself is not a fan. But I did it in honor of Bobby. It's probably a good thing we're not filming. Everybody would have seen that reaction. They probably heard it anyhow.
Right. The sound effects were enough.
So what do you think? Do you think this... I wish that we'd had more backstory about why when first time we meet Bobby, and he's like... somebody says something about, well, maybe it's because the last time Dad was here, you threatened him with your shotgun or whatever. I would have liked more of what...
That backstory.
Yeah. What caused that?
It's John Winchester. And they say Dad
Everybody wants to shoot him.
Well, they say something along the Dad had that way with people.
Oh, yeah.
So...
It's pretty funny. But I still would have liked to have seen more of that. I would have loved to have seen a little bit more of Bobby and Rufus. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I loved them.
I could just watch a whole season of Bobby and Rufus.
I don't know if I could do a whole season.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely a few episodes. I don't think that they could have pulled off a whole spinoff for just the two of them. I don't know. Maybe. But a couple of episodes that were just... Bobby and Rufus centric would have been fun.
A few more than what we got.
Yeah. I love the one where I think this was at Weekend at Bobby's, where Rufus is like, you got to help me bury a body. And then he's like, you need to find this ring for me. And Rufus calls him. He's like, the cops are after me. And I got the ring. And Bobby's like, don't swallow it. And Rufus is like, okay, I'm going to swallow it. and then he brings it to him and he's like, oh, did you wash it? It was pretty. I thought they were great. I thought that their dynamic was really good.
Absolutely.
I would have liked to know what happened in Omaha too.
That is the question.
Yeah.
What happened in Omaha? Yeah.
And then when they're in heaven and he's like, Rufus lives over there with Aretha. I'm assuming he's talking about Aretha Franklin. He's like, I thought she'd had better taste. I thought that was great. That was really good.
Yeah.
And I especially loved the final episode when Dean is in heaven and the person he meets is Bobby.
The first person he sees. Yeah.
Yeah.
That just seems appropriate.
Yeah. I realized that they had to he was living up there. He was either in Seattle or Vancouver. He was up there. And so he could get past all of the COVID restrictions because he was there. But I know they didn't have the ending that they wanted, but I don't know. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me, him and Bobby just sitting on the porch having a beer together.
No.
I liked it.
It felt right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I loved Bobby. I loved Jim Beaver, and I'm really happy that we got him. I realized that because we got Bobby, we didn't have Missouri.
Right.
It wasn't because Bobby got rid of her. It's because she had another role. Mm-hmm. But she would have been fun, too, as just having somebody that could have popped in and out and been an asset to the boys. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of characters I felt like could have come back and just been helpful assets every once in a while. But, everybody needed a paycheck, and if they could get a more regular one, they had to take it.
Right, sure, and not just be on random episodes.
Yeah. But everybody that had the chance to come back did when they could, and I think that was a great testament to the show, to the leads, Jared and Jensen. They set that tone. Mm-hmm. Everybody says that.
Yeah.
I've never heard one negative thing come from anybody that ever guested on the show. I'm excited to meet Jim and Novi. I think that's going to be awesome. I'm kind of still hoping, though, in March, in Cleveland, Jared is going to be at the Fan Expo. Yes. And I know you're going to that one.
I am.
I'm still hoping they'll bring on some supernatural people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
me too.
Awesome.
They've got some good people lined up for that, but I would like to see some more supernatural people. I mean, Tom Welling's going to be there, too.
Yeah,
he's supernatural adjacent.
Yeah. I need to try and watch Winchesters. I had a couple people tell me, I can't believe you haven't watched the Winchesters.
I had a lot of thoughts and feelings about the Winchesters.
Yeah,
because
Jim Beaver shows up in that too, doesn't he?
Yeah, and they explain. They give a reasoning for why things happen the way they do in that show. Because initially it starts out and it feels like they're just completely like retconning stuff.
Yeah.
And if I was not happy with it initially. So they gave an explanation for it, but that's
my
not
understanding.
Relevant to this. Yeah. Shall we rate our drinks here?
Yeah.
Okay, so strawberry margarita. How much does this match, Bobby?
Well, let's do the taste.
Okay.
I love strawberry margaritas. I give it a full swig.
A full swig on the taste. I mean, I don't have any liquor in mine, so it really just tastes like I'm drinking a Jolly Rancher, which I'm only going to give it a half a swig for that because it's very sweet and strong.
I think that you could rate it based on your past margarita experiences, though, right?
It tastes sweet like a margarita, but it doesn't have all the good stuff in it.
Actually, I'm glad I salted the rim. I've never done that before with a margarita.
The salting the rim actually adds like a bit of balance to how sweet everything is.
So I get a full swig to my margarita. I give a no swig to my shot. That was horrible.
Zero bad idea.
But if you're doing, if you're going to represent Bobby, you got to have a shot or a swig out of a flask.
I mean, we contemplated for Bobby just straight bourbon, didn't we?
Yeah. We're just like, just rock gut or whatever.
Right.
Yep.
Do you know, the origin of the term rot gut is actually really disgusting. So I try not to use it.
Oh, then don't tell me what it is.
Okay, great. So how much do we think margaritas match, Bobby?
Okay, so margaritas themselves may not match Bobby perfectly, but I think it goes really well with his saying that he said.
Yeah, it does
But
match
the fact that I did a shot with it, I think that matches Bobby pretty good. So I'm going to give it a full swig.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely see Bobby drinking Cuervo.
Yeah.
I kind of can imagine him enjoying a margarita and then getting like a look from one of the boys and going,
oh my gosh,
what?
He would drink a margarita while he's getting a pedicure.
Oh, because he does get pedicures.
Yes.
There you go.
I could see him sitting in the chair drinking a margarita while he's getting his toes worked on.
I love it. And I don't think Bobby would have any shame in it either.
No.
He'd be like, no.
while he's reading a magazine about Tori Spelling. I just picture it in my head right now.
Yes. So the mocktail ability of this, I feel like I want to add either like a Sprite, not to make it sweeter, but to like.
Yeah, you got to add something.
Or
something with bitter, I think, because it's too sweet.
A non-alcoholic tequila or.
Probably should have, well, no, I was like, you could have added your rum, except that it was like a spiced rum, and that wouldn't go well. Yeah.
The flavors in the spice rum wouldn't match that. So I think if you want to mocktail this, I mean, the thing to do might be to do like some other juices and that have a margarita end flavor without using the mix, because the mix is just
too sweet.
Unless you just did like a bit of the mix and more of like a Sprite or something else, so that it like added the flavor without. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a half a swig for the mocktail ability on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I salted the rim on mine too, which helped, but.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're the one that drank it, so I'll trust your judgment on that.
This was super easy to make.
Well, yeah.
1 + 1.
Couldn't have been any easier.
Some of this and some of that. Yeah.
And then you don't have to have a flask, or you don't even have to have a shot glass.
No.
You just take a swig of
straight from the bottle. Whatever
whiskey, bourbon, rum you want. So other than the mocktail ability, I gave it a pretty, 3.5?
Yeah. I'm still only giving it a
3.
half. This currently I'm only giving a half.
But you're giving it 3 total.
Yeah, it adds up to 3.
Yeah.
That is how numbers work today.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not bad. I like a good margarita. I would have liked better if we had taken the time to freeze it and everything.
A frozen margarita is superior.
I did not have time to do that today.
That is okay. All right.
All right. So, again, thank you for listening. As always, we would like feedback, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Maybe for 2025, we need to make a resolution that we will jump into the TikTok world with our podcast. Think we can do it?
We can try.
Thanks for listening, everybody. And we look forward to the next one when we talk about Dawn's favorite angel.
Maybe Castiel.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's my favorite angel.
He's my least favorite angel, so I figure between the two of us, he's got to be your favorite.
You guys just buckle up for the next episode.
I like Balthazar and I like Gabriel better than Castiel.
Buckle up.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.